Hola, hola, ¿cómo estás? Me llamo Sam, soy de Australia, soy de Melbourne, en Australia. He estado aprendiendo español por 2 meses más o menos ahora, 2 meses y medio quizás. Y también he estado aprendiendo español con un acento de Argentina. Mayormente porque tengo dos amigos acá en Melbourne, dos amigos de fútbol y de Buenos Aires. Entonces, nacieron en Buenos Aires, pero viven acá ahora. Y sí, por eso he estado aprendiendo con un acento argentino. La mayor razón por que he estado aprendiendo español es porque el próximo año voy a ir a Sudamérica por 4 meses. En marzo voy a ir a Patagonia, Chile, Argentina, obvio, y entonces Perú y Colombia también. Entonces, obviamente estoy muy emocionado, pero sí, por eso he estado practicando y aprendiendo español con BaseLang. I've always been somebody who is really interested in languages and using languages as a way to interact and communicate with people from all over the world, people with different cultures, different foods, different everything, honestly. And so just having that bridge to actually engage and interact and immerse yourself with them and their way of life, I think is really fascinating. And I'm hopeful that learning Spanish with BaseLang will enhance my experience in South America, because I'll hopefully be able to immerse myself more fully and interact and engage in more authentic experiences and interactions when I'm there. In the past, I have tried using phone apps. There's all sorts of different phone apps to learn languages. But honestly, I feel like even if I was using some of those for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, I don't think you would ever really get to a level where you can actually engage fluently and cohesively and, listen and then talk as well and have a proper conversation just from those phone apps. So I decided to take the plunge with BaseLang, which to me has been the best thing that I could have done for my Spanish learning journey. Just the fact that, as you're probably aware, you subscribe to the program, and then you can basically get unlimited one-on-one Zoom classes with local native Spanish speakers from all different countries around the world. And honestly, I think this is the closest thing to actually going and living in that country and speaking and listening and thinking in Spanish every day. This is like the next closest thing, because you can basically, whenever you want, wherever you want, for however long you want, you can learn Spanish, have conversations with locals, or even do structured lessons, whatever you like. That's available for you whenever you want. And so yeah, as I said, I think this has been the best thing for my journey. And in the last 2.5 months, I've been able to, I can confidently hold a conversation now. So even with, as I mentioned, I have a few football friends from Argentina, and I can hold conversations with them now and interact with them. And I just would never have thought that would be possible 2 or 2.5 months ago, basically starting from scratch. So honestly, it's been amazing. Personally, I think the hardest part about speaking any language, but obviously Spanish as well, for me is the actual conversation side of it, right? So the grammar, the vocab, that's mainly okay for me. But when it comes to actually speaking and listening, and then trying to translate in your brain and then saying it out loud, and it's really slow, and when someone asks you a question and then you're sort of have a mental blank and you can't reply. That's always been the hardest part for me, but I think just constantly having the classes and really staying consistent and progressing has really helped just in that, like, you know, if you're doing 1 or 2 hours of classes a day, you start thinking in Spanish more, and it just becomes quicker and quicker. So, I mean, there's no easy route, but BaseLang helps you and guides you as much as is possible. And so for that, I think I've become more confident in listening, and then obviously speaking, but not taking like 2 or 3 minutes to form the sentence in my head, actually being able to reply in a somewhat reasonable amount of time, which has been fantastic.